everybody, this is Jada on piano, where we make music make sense. And today I'm going to talk about chord strength versus chord color. And so this is going to be a simple way to kind of spice up your playing or make it more complex, and you're not changing your chords or anything like that. But before we do any of that, go ahead and hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, share this if you like this channel, all this kind of stuff. Let me know how you voice your chords and things like that. So this is going to be a video on different chord voicings, I guess you can say, for the same things. Let me show you. Let's go ahead. I'm going to be in a key that I'm rarely in. This is going to be G. Let's go ahead. Sorry. That's G. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 1. Those are the numbers for the key. Okay, so what I'm going to do with this is simple. Let's look at the 1 chord, which is G. We've got, I can play it up here. Listen to how playing the chord here, same exact chord, but it kind of changes how it feels. What we're kind of discussing is how to maybe express yourself in a better way musically as you're playing. So watch this. Listen to that. Even, that's real bright, that's real high. If it's soft and soothing, you might want that up there. Maybe a little less bright. Listen to how this is much stronger. Now notice I'm only playing with one hand. Now watch what happens if I put this. Okay, or it's real strong. There, listen. See that? But if I do it here, now if I were to play this chord, I'm probably going to use this G, or if I have a bass player, I'm not going to use either one of these at all. I would possibly be putting this in my or here and doing something like this. You see what I'm saying? Because the bass player would be here or here. And if I put that note in, it's a big if, because we're dealing with basic chords right now. If I put that note in there, it needs to be much higher so that you're not in the way of your bass player. Do not get in the way of a bass player. I'm a bass player too. Do not get in the way of the bass player. Matter of fact, let's see. That's pushing it. Really, definitely don't go beyond here. But really, you really probably don't want to go maybe here or here. This E flat or F. As if you have a bass player, you probably only want to go maybe that low, maybe. And again, if you're playing with a bass player and they start looking at you crazy, it's probably because you're stepping on their chords. But let's pretend we don't have a bass player, so you need to be the bass. Okay, so now I'm using, there's no bass, I'm using this one here, these two chords somewhere in here, because you've got a nice strong sound just with this. See that? Now, obviously, I've talked about inversions before. I can change. You see that? So we've just been on one chord. I've played it, you could say it 5 or 6 different ways, just depending just where you play it. Every one of these changes how it sounds. And then you got the inversions, right? See, changing the strength really matters. So see that? Now, like I said, I like this one right here more often. This octave, not necessarily that note, because you can play any of the notes in this region for the particular chord you're playing. But I like this one because it gives it a little strength, but it's not too low. And so you can sound, I'm going to say a little bit more contemporary, because this whole chord is much closer together. Same thing if I was going to play, see that? That sounds different than, this sounds strong and bright. This sounds pretty and soft. So same exact notes, just where I'm positioning them on the keyboard. Now watch this. Real strong. See that? That's with the octave. Now watch. Now if I was to play, let's go from a 1 to a 4, then a 2-5-1, and then we go to the 4. I'm playing real simple, and then let's just go to the 5, and then we go back to the 1. Right? I just played it real simple. So the thing I'm getting at here is, hear how strong that is. Now if I played that, I wouldn't want that much strength in the bottom of my chord. But if I'm playing, and let me play it the same way. Notice how I've got down here the 1 and the 5. See that? We've changed it. The first note and the 5th note of the chord. First note and the 5th note of the chord. And then back. See that? So that changes. This down here, super strong. If you want something heavy and strong. And this also sounds more basic. Now I can build and expand on this easily because of how I'm using the notes. Now I'm going to put a little more color in. So I'm just putting a rhythm. Now let's play it like this. See that? Now, if I change the inversion, see what I'm saying? So we've got that. Now, if I want to put, let's change up, when I put it like this in a nice closed position, watch this here. I'm going to change and make this a 7th chord. Let's see what I did. In that case, I used the first note in the chord, the 5th note of the chord, and then I used the 7th, in this case the major 7th of the chord. The whole chord is outlined here. Up here is my color. Nice closed, but I can open it up a little bit. See that? So we're getting to more into the color instead of strength. If I have strength, and if I have strength this way, see what I'm saying? I open the chord up here, so I've got a lot of, it's real strong. Now, it's a taste preference type thing. These days, preferentially speaking, especially if you're in something like gospel music, you may need the color. Jazz, you may need the color. If you're in pop, you may need the color. R&B may need the color. But if you're in something like country music, something like rock music, let's see, country, rock, any of those really open genres of music. When you're playing blues, you may need the color as well. You probably want the strength. So the more open, the more simple the music is, you may want nice strong chords. But the more harmonic, the more harmony that's in the music, you want more closed chords. You want more things that you can do a lot of color with, and the more color you use, initially, see what I'm saying? So I played the same exact progression, but now I'm exploring the textures of the music. Now watch if I play that same thing up here. See how it sounds prettier? Nice. So a kind of textural thing. If you started there for an intro and then go here, see what I'm saying? So those types of things matter with your music. You want to, as you're playing, choose the right sound that you're going for the emotion that you're trying to convey. The emotion is not in the notes that you play, it is in the expression of what you're playing. So as you choose the choices, you're kind of sending your expression through your choices and conveying a message, because remember, you're not speaking, you're playing. So you want to take what you're expressing and put it out in a way that the listener can receive it and grab that same type of thing. So I encourage you to explore, like I just did 3 simple chords there, right? I encourage you to explore the different colors, the different timbres, play around with the string. Then, maybe the next time, if it's a more contemporary song, things that have more harmony, don't use the string. If it's a pop song, hip hop song, hip hop, you might get away with that too. Something real strong, real low. They use a lot of hip. Oh, sorry. Let me try that again. You could do something like that. I made it all minor here. You could, whatever. Anyway, you get my point. But I've got the strength down here, but then I spread the whole. I'm not playing real close. I'm really, the bass note is really far away from the chord. When you're playing more contemporary music, you have an opportunity to play closer chords. Well, you have an opportunity to do the whole thing, because you can, same chord, I'm just spreading it out. Now look at the strength in here. I'm using some strength in the right hand this time. This is the melody, but it's also tucked in. See that? And then I have 2 of these. So these 2 notes are, you could say, are they're stronger ingredient wise in this chord. If I did it like that, everything but the G, this is the only G that's in this chord, but I've got 2 of these, 2 of these, and 2 of these. See that? And then let's go on. Now this time I have 2 C's in there. See that? And that little smash, it's nice. I've got but I don't have 2 E's, so I'm using the color to give certain sounds. See that? You see what I'm saying? So simple things like that. I'm just creating the strength where I want it. Often you don't have to use the strength in the bass, but that's often where people put the strength. Move it up here, chord's still strong. In fact, you see I can put that G in there too, but it changes the sound. See how this is a little bit cleaner? Let's do this one. Or sorry. Now you've got some strength in there with these G's if you want, but see the difference there? So experiment with your chords, and this is how you're creating your voicings for your chords as well. Go ahead and move your voicings around just a little bit. Move the strength from the left hand to the right hand, and you can instantly change how you do your chords. Anyway, hope you enjoyed that lesson. Let me know how you're using chord color or chord strength when you're playing. What songs you're in, what chords you played it on, practice it on, everything. And happy practicing, and have a blessed week.